All right, welcome to another deep dive with us. This time we're going to be diving into something that I think a lot of our listeners are curious about, and that is morning drinks and the impact that they can have on your skin.
Yes, it's really quite fascinating.
And I know that you are a big proponent of really starting your day off right.
Yeah, I think it sets the tone for the whole day. I think it's really powerful.
Absolutely, I agree. And we were talking a little bit before the show, and you were mentioning that you've seen some research that suggests that what you drink first thing in the morning can actually have a visible impact on your skin.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think that's what we're going to be diving into today.
Okay, sounds good.
Awesome. So, one of the first things that I think of when I think of skin health and drinks is water.
Yeah.
We all know that we're supposed to drink tons of water.
Yeah.
But I think that sometimes it's easy to forget about it.
Right.
And I'm curious, from the research that you've done and all that you've learned, what have you found out about the importance of water for our skin?
Well, I think that the research is really clear that staying hydrated is absolutely fundamental to having healthy skin. There was one study that you sent me actually that was done by the Journal of Dermatology. I think you sent that to me, right?
Yeah.
And they found that people who drink more water just generally have better skin hydration.
So it's not just like a myth, it actually shows up.
Yeah, it's not just like an old wives' tale. It's real.
Okay. Interesting. So obviously we want to be drinking water, but can you kind of break down the science behind why hydration is so important for our skin? What is it actually doing?
Sure. So basically, you can kind of think of your skin like it's a barrier. It's this protective layer that keeps moisture in and all the bad stuff out, right?
Right. Makes sense.
And when we're dehydrated, that barrier gets kind of weakened. And that can lead to something called transepidermal water loss.
Transepidermal water loss. What is that?
It sounds very complicated, but essentially what it means is that the water from inside your body is escaping through your skin.
Oh, so it's just evaporating out.
Exactly. And that leads to dryness. It can make your skin feel tight and uncomfortable and flaky. And over time, it can even speed up the aging process.
Oh, no. See, that's what I don't want. So it's not just about how my skin looks today, but actually long term.
Right. Exactly.
It's about the health of my skin over time.
Yeah. It can lead to more wrinkles and fine lines.
So, okay, we've established water's important.
Yes.
We're going to be drinking water. But I'm curious, beyond just plain water, are there other drinks that we can be incorporating into our morning routine that can kind of give our skin an extra boost?
Absolutely. There are so many amazing options. And, one of the simplest ones that I always recommend is lemon water with a little bit of honey.
Okay, so lemon water with honey. That sounds refreshing.
Yeah.
But what is it about those two ingredients that makes them good for our skin? Why would we choose that over just plain water?
Okay. Well, so lemons are packed with vitamin C. And vitamin C is a powerful antioxidant, and it's essential for collagen production. And collagen, is what keeps our skin looking plump and youthful.
So it's like giving our skin a little boost from the inside out.
Exactly.
Okay. So the lemon, we've got that covered. What about the honey? What does that bring to the party?
Okay. So honey is a natural humectant, which means that it draws moisture from the air and locks it into your skin.
Oh, wow. So it's actually helping to keep our skin hydrated?
Yes. And it's also antibacterial, which can be helpful for preventing breakouts.
Okay. So it's like a multitasker.
Exactly.
All right. Lemon water with honey. That's a good one. What else do we have?
So another one that might surprise you is chia seed water.
Chia seed water.
Okay.
Right. So I usually think of chia seeds as something that I put in my yogurt or my oatmeal. What is it about chia seeds that makes them good for skin?
So chia seeds are actually packed with omega-3 fatty acids.
Okay.
And omega-3 fatty acids are really important for maintaining a healthy skin barrier. So it's kind of going back to that idea of your skin as a barrier that protects against moisture loss.
So it's strengthening that barrier.
Exactly.
Interesting. Okay. So we've got lemon water, honey, chia seed water. Anything else that we should be adding to our list?
Yes. Let's talk about green tea.
Green tea. Okay.
Yeah. So we all know green tea, right?
Yeah.
It's got caffeine, it kind of wakes you up in the morning, but it also contains these compounds called catechins.
Catechins.
Yes,
Yeah.
catechins. And catechins are antioxidants that can help to protect your skin from sun damage.
Oh, wow. So it's like an internal sunscreen almost.
In a way, yes.
Interesting. Okay. So we are protecting our skin while we're drinking our tea in the morning. Love that.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. What else do you have for me?
Okay, so this one you flagged in your notes. I know you were really interested in this one.
Oh, yeah.
Turmeric and ginger water.
Okay. Turmeric. That seems to be like the trendy ingredient these days, right?
It's everywhere, right?
Yeah. But why? Like, what is it about turmeric that is so good for our skin?
Turmeric contains this compound called curcumin,
Okay.
and curcumin is incredibly anti-inflammatory.
Okay.
So it can help to reduce redness, soothe irritation, and some studies even show that it can help to brighten your complexion over time.
So it's like a natural skin soother and brightener all in one.
Exactly.
Okay. That's amazing. What about ginger?
So ginger also has anti-inflammatory properties,
Okay.
and it's really good for digestion.
I know about that one.
Right. And, gut health and skin health are very closely linked. So anything that you can do to improve your digestion is going to benefit your skin as well.
So turmeric and ginger water is basically like a double whammy.
It is.
I'm noticing a pattern here. A lot of these drinks have anti-inflammatory properties.
Yeah.
They're full of antioxidants. So it seems like that's really key when we're looking for drinks that are going to be good for our skin.
You're absolutely right.
Okay. So we've got a good list going here. But what if I want to try something a little bit different? What if I'm kind of bored of like the usual, lemon water, green tea? What are some other options out there?
Well, I think it's great that you're looking to branch out and try new things. There are so many possibilities, and I think it's fun to get creative in the kitchen.
Totally. I'm all about that.
So one that I would recommend is hibiscus tea.
Hibiscus tea.
Yes. So hibiscus tea, it's actually even higher in vitamin C than green tea.
Really?
Yeah. So it's fantastic for collagen production.
Okay. That's one that I've seen around, but I haven't tried it. So I'm definitely going to check that one out. What else?
Another one that you might enjoy is a papaya smoothie.
Okay.
So papaya contains enzymes that can actually exfoliate your skin from the inside out.
Exfoliate from the inside out. How does that work?
Yeah, so it helps to break down dead skin cells and reveal brighter, smoother skin.
Okay. I'm intrigued.
Yeah, and it's a really gentle way to exfoliate, so it's good for people with sensitive skin.
Oh, perfect. Okay. What else?
All right. This one's super refreshing, especially during the summer. Watermelon cucumber basil juice.
Watermelon, cucumber, basil. That sounds amazing.
Right.
But why is it good for my skin? Like, it sounds delicious.
Yeah. So watermelon and cucumber are both incredibly hydrating, and they're full of electrolytes. And then the basil adds a little touch of antioxidants and flavor.
Okay. So it's like a triple whammy of like good stuff.
It is, and you can just throw it all in a blender and you have like the perfect summer drink.
Okay. So we've talked about a lot of different options here. We've got lemon water with honey, chia seed water, green tea, turmeric and ginger water, hibiscus tea, papaya smoothie, watermelon, cucumber, basil juice. Like, I'm feeling overwhelmed just thinking about all the options.
It can be a lot. I get it.
Yeah. So where do I even begin? Like, how do I actually implement this into my life?
That's a great question. So I think the key is to not try to do everything at once. Pick one or two drinks that really appeal to you.
Okay.
And start there. Give it a try for a week. See how you feel. See how your skin responds.
Okay. So start small. Don't overwhelm myself.
Yeah.
And what else? Like, what are some other tips?
Pay attention to how your skin feels.
Oh.
Not just how it looks. Do you notice any changes in texture and brightness? Are you feeling more hydrated throughout the day?
That's a great point. I think we often get caught up in like what we see in the mirror.
Right.
But how our skin feels is just as important.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to get creative. You can add a squeeze of lemon to your green tea. You can add a pinch of ginger to your papaya smoothie. You can really make it your own.
I love that. So
Yeah.
it's about finding what works for me,
Right.
what I enjoy, and what fits into my lifestyle.
Exactly. And remember, consistency is key. These drinks work best when you make them part of your regular routine.
So it's not like a one-time thing.
No, it's not a magic bullet, unfortunately. It's about building healthy habits over time.
Small changes, big impact.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm starting to get the picture.
Good. And remember, it takes time for your body to adjust.
Right.
So don't get discouraged if you don't wake up with perfect skin overnight.
I know. We're all about instant gratification these days,
I know.
but real change takes time.
It does.
Okay. Well, I think this is a great starting point. I feel like I have a much better understanding of why these morning drinks are important. I have some ideas for what I want to try, but I'm curious to dive a little bit deeper into some of the research.
Okay. Sounds good.
I know we've got a lot more to cover. So let's take a quick break and then we'll come back and talk about some other interesting findings from your research.
All right. Sounds good to me. So one of the things that really stood out to me was amla juice.
Amla juice.
Yeah, have you heard of that one?
I don't think so.
So it's made from this fruit called Indian gooseberry.
Okay.
And it's like super high in vitamin C.
Okay.
Like even more than hibiscus tea.
Wow.
And it's been used for a long time in traditional Indian medicine to support digestion and promote healthy skin.
So it's like a good all-arounder.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like a multitasker.
Okay. Cool. So we've got amla juice. What else?
Okay, let's talk about pomegranate juice.
Pomegranate juice.
Yeah.
I love pomegranates, but I usually just eat the seeds.
Yeah.
Is the juice good for my skin too?
The juice is amazing for your skin.
Okay.
So it's full of antioxidants,
Okay.
and it also contains this compound called punicolagen.
Punicolagen.
Yeah, it's a mouthful. But punicolagen is really interesting because studies have shown that it can actually boost collagen production.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So it's like a double whammy of like protecting our skin and helping to keep it looking youthful.
Exactly.
All right. Pomegranate juice. I'm adding that to the list. What else?
Okay, this one might be a little bit unexpected. Fresh tomato juice.
Tomato juice. Like the kind that comes in a can?
No, not the canned stuff. Freshly made tomato juice.
Okay. There's a difference.
Huge difference.
Okay.
So fresh tomato juice, it's full of this antioxidant called lycopene.
Lycopene.
Yes. And lycopene is really good at protecting your skin from sun damage.
Interesting.
And it can even help to improve skin texture. Okay. So it's like a beauty drink in disguise.
Kind of. It's pretty amazing.
All right. So we've got amla juice, pomegranate juice, fresh tomato juice. A lot of good options there. What about like fruit juices in general?
Yeah. So fruit juices, they can definitely be a healthy option.
Okay.
But you want to be careful about added sugar
Right.
because too much sugar is not good for your skin.
Gotcha. So like fresh pressed is always best.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
What are some of your favorite like combinations?
So one that I love is beet, carrot, and orange juice.
Beet, carrot, and orange. That sounds like a lot of flavors.
It is. It's very vibrant,
Yeah.
but it's delicious and it's so good for you.
Okay. So what's in it for my skin?
Okay. So beets are really good for detoxification.
Okay.
Carrots are full of vitamin A,
Okay.
which is essential for cell growth and repair.
Mm-hmm.
And oranges are, of course, packed with vitamin C.
Right.
So it's like a triple threat of goodness for your skin.
It sounds like it. Okay. Anything else?
Apple juice is a great source of collagen.
Really?
Yeah, I thought that was just like a marketing thing.
No. Apple juice can actually help to boost collagen production.
Okay, good to know.
And then if you want something with a little bit more of a kick, ginger lemon juice is also fantastic.
Okay, so ginger lemon, what does that do?
So ginger is great for reducing inflammation, as we talked about.
Yeah.
And lemon helps with detoxification and provides vitamin C.
Okay,
So it's a really good combination for brightening your complexion.
so we've got a lot of good options here. And I think it's really great that we are, kind of moving beyond just water. Although water's still important.
Water is always the foundation.
Absolutely.
Mm.
But we're kind of branching out and thinking about other ways that we can nourish our skin from the inside out.
Exactly.
I'm feeling very inspired. I'm ready to go revamp my morning routine.
I love that. And remember, it's all about finding what works for you and enjoying the process.
Yeah. It shouldn't feel like a chore.
No.
It should be something that is fun and enjoyable. Okay. Well, this has been super insightful. I feel like I've learned a lot.
I'm glad to hear that.
But I have one more question before we wrap things up.
Okay.
A lot of our listeners I know are big coffee drinkers.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering, is there a place for coffee in a skin-healthy morning routine?
That's a great question. And, coffee actually does have some benefits for your skin.
Really?
Yeah. It contains antioxidants,
Okay.
but moderation is key.
Right. Like with most things.
Exactly.
So how can we enjoy our coffee without, sabotaging our skin?
So make sure you're drinking plenty of water throughout the day to stay hydrated.
Okay.
And you can add a splash of milk to your coffee for an extra boost of calcium, which is also good for your skin.
So coffee can stay, but water is still our best friend.
Exactly.
I could live with that.
Good.
Okay.
True.
So I think we've covered a lot of ground here today.
We have.
We've talked about so many different options for drinks that can help us achieve that healthy, glowing skin that we're all after.
Yes. And it's really exciting to think about all the different ways that we can nourish our bodies from the inside out.
It is. And it's not about finding that one magic potion.
Right.
It's about making small, sustainable changes to our daily routine
Exactly.
and finding what works for us and what we enjoy.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Well, I think it's time to wrap things up. But before we do, I want to leave our listeners with one final thought.
Yeah.
So of all the drinks that we talked about today, which one are you most excited to try?
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
I'm really intrigued by that amla juice.
Oh, yeah. The Indian gooseberry one.
Yeah.
I've never even heard of that before, so
Yeah.
that's definitely high on my list. What about you? Like, what's one small change that you're going to make to your routine after this deep dive?
Well, I'm already pretty good about drinking water,
Okay, yeah.
but I think I'm going to start adding some lemon to it more often.
Okay,
Just for that extra little boost of vitamin C.
I love that.
Yeah,
And it's so simple.
it is.
Like anyone can do that. Well, I think this has been a really great conversation. I feel like I've learned a lot about how to take care of my skin from the inside out.
Me too. It's amazing how much of an impact our diet can have on our skin.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So for our listeners out there who are ready to start their own journey to healthier skin,
Yeah.
what's your final piece of advice?
Just have fun with it. Don't overthink it. Experiment. Find what you enjoy, and remember, it's a journey, not a destination.
Great advice. It's all about making small, sustainable changes that we can stick with over time.
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into the world of morning drinks and skin health. We hope you've learned some valuable tips and that you feel inspired to take care of your skin from the inside out.
It was my pleasure.
Until next time, stay hydrated and keep glowing.